In the Wheel of Time show, how did Ishamael manage to bring Leandrin to the dark side 95 years before Rand released him by breaking his seal? Excellent question. As a Wheel of Time book nerd, I am happy to help. Wheel of Time lore spoilers incoming, but it's nothing huge. Ishamael is a unique case. Where Lanfear was a scientist in the Age of Legends, Ishamael was a philosopher, and he determined that given the cyclical nature of time, the Dark One would have infinite chances to defeat the light, and that meant his victory was inevitable. Ishamael was one of the first Aes Sedai to declare himself to the Shadow, and he did so very publicly, and it was the public that gave him the name Ishamael, his bad guy name, which meant betrayer of hope. His power level is astronomical, up there with the dragon, and during the Age of Legends, he became the Dark One's greatest champion. He actually came to believe that he himself was a part of the never-ending conflict between the Shadow and the Light, where the Light had the dragon, the Shadow had him. In the Age of Legends, when it came time for the Dark One and the Forsaken to be sealed in the Dark One's prison, Ishamael's seal didn't seem to take quite like the others did. Some proof of this is that Ishamael was able to visit Lews Therin after the seal had been created. I'm hoping we see this on the show. It's the prologue in the first book. It's right after Lews Therin has unalived his entire family because he's mad. And that's why they call him Kinslayer. But Ishamael loved that this happened because he's kind of diabolical. He also temporarily healed Lews Therin's madness with the true power just so Lews Therin would know what he did. And at that point, he unalived himself, creating Dragonmount. After that, it seemed that Ishamael was spun back out into the pattern about every 1,000 years, enough that he could influence things. He did so during the Trolloc Wars and the Wars of 100 Years, and again at this point, now that the dragon has been reborn. Dark Friends reported dealing with someone who called himself Baalzamon at the time, but we know that that was just Ishamael. So when Leandrin saw him 95 years ago, he had enough influence over the world that he could come to her, but only in the world of dreams. And if you watch the scene back, you can tell that it's in the world of dreams because he's kind of glitchy, which he is in other scenes when he's in Tel'aran'rhiod. And we've known since season 1 that he had enough influence over reality to touch the world of dreams because he was getting into the Two Rivers kids' dreams. Remember this guy? And once Rand and Moraine made it to the Eye of the World, he was able to talk with Rand, and he was able to interact directly with Moraine and shield her. So you can assume that the closer to his seal he was, the more influence he had over reality, but it seemed like in Tel'aran'rhiod at least, he kind of could do whatever he wanted. So he was dabbling in the world of dreams back in Leandrin's day, and then when Rand accidentally broke his seal, he got to come back in his physical form. I hope that makes sense.